Check this out.
If we have any audio level issues, please let me know. Sorry, was my mic muted the whole time? Did I do that again? How does that keep happening? I do apologize. Technical difficulties are part and parcel of Totally Average Gamers. Let's turn this down for a second. Once again, I am your host, Frostbyte. Hope you're having a good D3 so far. Let's jump on into the PC gaming show. Stick with me.
Definitely not hiding in a subterranean bunker. Our heroes have fled Earth aboard a spacecraft with one purpose. To bring you the hottest trailers, to bring you the best interviews, to bring you the PC Gaming Show.
Okay.
Situation cleanses.
Sean!
Situation
Sean!
cleanses. Situation
Do something! Do something!
Countdown to the extinction.
Trying to pull like a Devolver thing here with this.
Oh, Deadbot, no! We have so much to live for. I'm pretty sure half my breed's gonna be announced this year!
4, 3, 2.
It is so good to be back, gang, and this year, we're in space!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Happy to be remotely on board, Sean.
Well, I'm so glad you were able to finance this year's PC gaming show by, you know, selling all those black market graphics cards you've been hoarding.
Ah, yes, a crime with absolutely no real-world consequences.
Oh, God.
Hey, Frankie, wait a minute. Is that a 65-ton catapult mech model CPLTC-1 as featured in MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries?
Sean, I always knew you had immaculate taste. It most certainly is.
Yeah, no kidding.
I can't wait for this year's significantly more weaponized PC gaming show to go off without a hitch. Which reminds me, Debbot, can you run a quick hitch scan?
Yes, Sean. Of course, Sean. Running hitch scan.
Oh, and I also want to warmly welcome someone new to the crew. Mika Burton, welcome.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and look forward to bringing all of you fresh new PC games and hardware.
Hitch scan complete. 0 hitches found presently or in 13,908,665 possible futures.
Hooray!
Yeah!
So what's the plan, Cap?
Well, Frankie, Debbot's gonna send you the coordinates for your first target, now. Your targets might be exclusive interviews, trailer premieres, or any number of amazing new computer games to beam down to the fine people on Earth.
Mission received.
Now, this is gonna continue until all the targets are acquired and our mission is completed smoothly and without a hitch. Isn't that right, Debbot?
Yes, no hitches located, Sean. Not a single hitch in sight.
I don't trust DevBot.
But first, let's teleport down to the
Debbot's sus.
stage to check in on E3 happenings. The only reason we're allowed to legally be back on Earth. Oh, planet Earth!
Oh, great to be back, right? Am I right?
One of my favorite planets in the whole galaxy.
It's all right.
And thank God that teleporter was conveniently built just out of frame of camera. Mika, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2021. It feels great to be back on a live
That is
stage
quite the
once
prop
again. Over the
on their
next
left
90
there.
minutes, we're going to bring you a showcase of some of the most exciting upcoming PC titles with world premieres and
that just
exclusive
like
interviews.
And if
1,000
dozens of new
3080
trailers wasn't enough for you
Ti's
guys, later in the
taped
show,
together.
we are going to tell you how to win a custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel. So you're going to want to stick around for that.
Now, make sure to keep out a special look for a special promo code throughout the show from Humble Bundle, during which you can get a ticket to get Civilization 6 Platinum Edition for just $10. But right now, we're gonna kick things off with Nautica Blade Point, probably the most original entry in the Battle Royale genre this year. Let's go!
She's yeah, so what the heck is this game anyway? got that made in China sheen. Sorry, I mean like literally it looks like a game that was made in China, developed in China. I don't mean to say that it's cheap or something, I just mean it looks like a Chinese game. As far as Battle Royale games go, it looks kind of cool. Thank you for letting me know that. The only way for me to fix that is to turn the stream down a bit, so let me know. You might have to turn things up on your end. Let me know how the levels are.
GeForce Now, NVIDIA's cloud gaming service that connects PC gamers like you to their own library of games, purchased from digital stores like Steam and the Epic Games Store. Coming up, Dying Light 2 and Orcs Must Die 3. But first, a trailer for Humble Games Dodgeball Academia.
Humble Games
and
what?
Be sure to check out GeForce Now, currently available for PC, Mac, Shield, Android, Chromebook, and iOS. Visit GeForceNow.com to learn more.
World premiere.
Finally, I've made it. My time is now. I will become the best player this school has
Dodgeball.
ever seen. Dodgeball Academia, here I come.
So are dodgeball games gonna be a thing now? There's like, what's that new one that just came out? The free-to-play one?
Make sure to check out Dodgeball Academia, out soon from Humble Games. Ooh, that was sweet. Don't you agree, DevBot?
Sure, whatever you say, Sean. I agree with whatever you say.
I'm sensing a little bit of resentment there, buddy. As some
Hey man, I got nothing against dodgeball
Really?
games.
I am
Could be
happy
fun.
to play second fiddle to a captain as charming and handsome as you. I have also definitely not dedicated multiple cores to computing revenge plans in a range of lethalities.
Great!
New target acquired, Cap. It looks like Chivalry 2 with a special word from Steve Piggott, CEO and creative director of Torn Banner Studios.
Hey guys,
Hey,
Steve
Steve.
Piggott, founder of Torn Banner Studios and creative director on Chivalry 2, which just launched 5 days ago. I'm so happy to be here at the PC Gaming Show. Chivalry 2, if you don't know, is a first-person slasher, which is like a first-person shooter, except instead of guns and grenades, you've got swords, battle axes, longbows, and players are fighting it out on these huge 64-player battlefields. It's all about creating those epic sword-fighting duels that you see in medieval Hollywood movies, and also that huge clash, the Battle of the Bastards kind of chaos and carnage. So the post-launch support plan is going to look like a mixture of mid and massive level content updates that are coming out across this year. One of the things we're most excited about is taking it to different eras in the medieval period. Before we've done the early period, now we're going closer to the later period in the upcoming update where you're going to get a bit more refined medieval armors and refined atmospheres that you can then go in and tarnish it and smear blood all over. But
That was a Game
we
of
really
Thrones
want to take
reference,
players
yeah.
into different experiences and make each of our maps its own game mode and make it something that medieval army would actually do when they go into a space. And when you come across these pristine gardens and this beautiful castle, you get to tear it all down and cause it's a canvas for your destruction.
I played the first Chivalry a bit and it was like fun for a few hours sort of thing. I don't know if the second one's
Passion for Chivalry 2 is basically bottomless.
got more going on.
It's the game that got us onto the scene and started the company, and it's the game that's going to take us so much further.
With the post-launch plan for Chivalry 2, the game at launch is a foundation. It's intentionally been built to be extended.
It's not just out and done. We're going to support it a lot with post-launch content.
Galencourt is the first TO map that's coming out post-launch.
Galencourt is going to take us to the high medieval times or the late medieval times.
It really captures the Agathian ideals of being this like noble, rich, wealthy
you don't have
place
to commit that
where
much time to
prosperous
be
live.
You're going to feel like you're sieging
to at least
Tower
have
of
fun.
London if it was on a port where ships could dock into.
Usually.
You'll also be blowing up a couple ships, which is fun. We've got a ton of weapons coming in at launch, but there'll be more and more added to it post-launch as well.
A new fighting style is really going to change up the experience and change how you have to fight everyone. Post-launch content is something that we're going to be working on for a long time.
The game is really going to at least double in size for free.
Oh yeah!
Cool.
Next up, we have an exciting look at Dying Light 2, and make sure to stick around to find out how you could win a custom Mech Warrior PC from our friends at Intel.
I want a free PC. No egrets. That's good. What the hell is this? I'm getting like Splatoon vibes. Wilhelm scream, of course. Raw Men? Ugh, that's a title.
Hi, my name is Piotr Szymanek. I'm narrative director in Dying Light 2, Stay Human.
Look at this guy with the
especially
one hand
for
in
the
a
viewers
bucket.
of the PC Gaming Show, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about
So
the
cool.
Dying Light universe. So, stay tuned. Every tragedy begins somewhere. This one started with a virus that escaped from Haran, the city we met in the first part of the game, and it reached the whole world, including the city where Dying Light 2 takes place. Remember January 6, 2025. That day, later known as Black Monday, the military ordered chemicals to be dropped on the city. It was a mistake, a huge mistake. The chemicals mixed with water penetrated the soil, killing plants, turning most people into bloodthirsty monsters. Don't think of them as zombies though. They are more like half-alive, suffering people who attack everything that lives as a result of their pain and rage. Those who survived the chemical raid took refuge on the rooftops. A new order has been born in the city. People live on rooftops, monsters in the streets.
Okay.
Nobody in their right mind
like a
would
bad
dare
idea.
to come down. Well, let's say almost nobody. The exception is the main character of Dying Light 2, Aiden. But why is he braver than others? How did he develop such a unique parkour and combat skills?
I did not play Dying Light 1
Believe me
either.
guys, I would gladly answer all these questions, but
I thought it was a co-op game.
I'm not here
Isn't it
to
a co-op
spoil
game?
it for you. Let me tell you one thing.
Same nightmare haunts me every night. I'm locked up with other kids. I don't know what he did to me, but he did it every day. Over and over. Looking for something he couldn't find. The worst part was that he did the same to my sister. I'll never forget her scream when they separated us.
There's a typo.
What could I do? They had rifles, and we were 5 years old. And there was a fire, explosions, chaos. I got away. Soldiers took me out of the city, but my sister stayed there. My Mia. I left her.
We meet Aiden as one of the many, many children undergoing mysterious medical research. The last thing Aiden remembers from that time is extreme pain, then a fire, and a little girl that was being tested with him. Her name was Mia. She was his sister. What happened next after the fire? Is Mia still alive? The following years haunted Aiden with these questions and with guilt over leaving her. Moreover, Mia is the only answer to the question who Aiden really is.
What?
Now in 2036, we meet Aiden when, for the first time during his pilgrimage, he finds a clue about how to find his sister. Aiden's path to the truth is tough, full of challenges and adventures. The difficult choices to make as well as their consequences await you. You're going to discover them all in December 2021.
December. Yeah, this is taking more time than I care to pay attention to it. But I think it's over now. I just don't know enough about Dying Light.
Ooh, that was Dying Light 2, and it looks great.
And spooky.
Whew. Well, we are here back on the E3 stage so we can get closer to your comments and reactions to what you're seeing on this year's PC Gaming Show.
That is right, Sean. So you out there, keep your comments coming in. And
I just really don't like I really don't like when they don't show any gameplay, because I'm like, okay, what? Like, I don't even know what this game is. You know? At least there are like a few gameplay clips in there. I realize maybe they don't have gameplay ready to show, but it's just like, it means nothing to me.
processor.
That is correct. Each of the prototype PCs that you see before you on the screen are paired with one of the 6 factions of MechWarrior 5. The Free Worlds League, the Draconis Combine, the Federated Sons, the Compellin Confederation, and more.
Yeah, like you don't make me play a video game to find out what your movie is about. So why are you making me watch a movie to find out what your video game is about?
The Draconis Combine, because as you can see by my beautiful patch, I'm the biggest fan of MechWarrior 5 on the PC Gaming Show.
Well, all right. Well, we'll check in later to see which group survives this MechWarrior showdown. But for now, let's check in with our very own mech pilot, Frankie Ward, who went on a special mission to get a closer look at Sega and Amplitude Studios' upcoming strategy game, Humankind.
In Humankind, you will be creating a civilization as unique
Whoa,
as
those
you
people are huge.
And speaking of unique, it's me, Frankie Ward. Looking kind of good, don't you think? Wondering how I got into the game? Let me show you.
I don't know who that is.
Are you ready to play against me? Oh, you think you can beat me? Posture all you like. I've seen worms with more impressive empires.
I don't know who Frankie Ward is. Should I? Why is this a selling point? Maybe I'm just super out of touch, I don't know.
Get ready to play against me in the Humankind closed beta, starting now.
Okay. I just looked her up. She's in esports host. There you go. Never heard of her. This reminds me of, what was that game? Path of the Ninja or something? You got guns. Oh, that lighting looks really cool for a 2D game. That's pretty neat. They always run. Cool, cool. I'm not sure if I'm super digging the art style, but could be good.
Thank you for watching the PC Gaming Show. My name is DevBot, your cloud-based artificial intelligence, and while it could be lonely without a physical body, I am streaming to you from GeForce Now, where you can play hit games like Rocket League and Apex Legends on nearly any
There's been a lot of that at the C3. I'm trying not to be like super negative about everything, but yeah, like there's definitely been some stuff that I really have liked. There's been some stuff that I've really liked so far in the show, but there's been a lot of stuff that's made me think like, okay, I've seen this before.
Hey! You want it?
Orcs must die.
Come and get it. Well, it's about time.
I remember watching some friends play Orcs Must Die 1 or 2. I think it was maybe 2. And just being a little bit bothered by like how cavalier the heroes are about just like all out orc genocide. They're just like making jokes about it and stuff. I don't know. It was like, this is a little weird.
There are tons of orcs and bad guys trying to get into these rifts, and the player has to stop them. We give players tons of weapons and traps and tools to do this, and while you're defending the rifts, you can play solo or you can invite a friend and play co-op.
Now, since this is the third game in the series, what's new compared to the previous 2 titles?
There are 2 new campaigns, but the main new story campaign takes place about 25 years after Orcs Must Die 2, so not only will the fans be able to catch up on any new developments with the Order, but they will also place some new heroes in our all-new war scenarios, which are these new massive levels where you fight hundreds of orcs on the battlefields outside of the fortress themselves. So you're fighting indoors and outdoors, which is pretty new. We have a new mode called
Indoors
Scramble.
and
It's
outdoors.
basically adding random elements against the player, making the levels more challenging.
I want to know about the toys. What are the new weapons and the new traps that are coming?
We added war machines and war guardians. So a war machine is like, there are these massive traps, like you might release a giant tornado on the battlefield, or you'll climb into a catapult and you'll fire at giant orc armies. And then the War Guardians are, it's like putting other war mages on the battlefield with you to fight with you, except they have their own attacks and their own special abilities.
Well, I gotta ask then, when and where can we play Orcs Must Die 3?
So OMD3 is coming out on July 23rd on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, and pre-orders start today. So you should rush off to Steam now and put OMD3 on your wish list.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jerome K. Jones. Once again,
That's a good question.
a
Is
few
it
more
still
weeks
only
to
2
wait for
players?
Orcs
That's
Must
like
Die 3. For now, though, It's time for us to take a look at
Kind of
Vampire the
weird for a
Masquerade.
game like that.
Swan
Like usually
Song.
4 players, the standard. Why are they only sticking with 2?
Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where are you
I
hiding?
always play hide and seek in a full suit as well.
Halsey. Halsey, get out here. You come for me and mine. But first, you need to find us. All I want is to be with my little girl. Is that so much to ask?
There's like 2 seconds of gameplay.
Hello, this is
Just to
Cern
check a
from
box.
Passion Republic Games. We are a Malaysian-based indie game studio working on Gigabash, a multiplayer arena brawlers inspired by kaijus and heroes. Today, we'd like to showcase some new and exciting gameplay footage of our oversized
You
characters
get to walk
in
around
action.
in that game?
Please enjoy the
At
brawl.
least that tells you way more than nothing, okay? We know it's a third-person perspective, probably not like super action-y based. Like you can tell a few things just from those couple seconds of walking around. Yeah, it's like Super Nintendo King of the Monsters. Looks like a fun little party game. Looks like a game that would do well on the Switch.
Let's check out a trailer for Lemnis Gate and make sure you hang around afterwards for the developer interview with Sean.
Mankind is facing total annihilation.
We stand on the verge of extinction.
Infertility spreading across the globe.
Humanity's last
Oh, yeah.
living generation.
This, what was that game called?
Yet there is hope for our future.
The project known as the Lemnis Gate.
But if we are to survive, first we must go back.
The Lemnis Gate.
3, 2, 1.
I have never heard of this.
Let's go. Shield. Protect and serve.
Spend your timeline.
You have only one mission. Activate the Lemnis Gate.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Joining us to talk about Lemnis Gate is the game director from Rat Loop Games
Canada.
It's James Anderson. Thanks for joining us, James.
I know that place.
Sure, it's great to be here.
Now, let's begin by asking, what the heck is a first-person shooter turn-based strategy game?
The entire game
Oh,
is set
this
inside
game.
of a 25-second time loop. So instead
yeah,
of
I
playing
do know this.
continuously, you play for 25 seconds turn by
This
turn.
could be
so
interesting.
for example, I'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds, and then you'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds. And then we, turn by turn, layer new characters into the same 25-second time loop. So for example, I may run down a hallway and throw a grenade, killing one of your operatives. But then on the next turn, you may intercept my operative before he threw the grenade. So we have Retrieve XM, Seek and Destroy, Classic Deathmatch, and we have a game mode called Domination.
Psychic Force 2012.
Can you
2012,
walk me through a little bit
yeah.
of like what a few turns at the start of a round looks like?
You can see the board, you can see the time loop, everything that's happening. And then we both get time to like observe, plan, and then execute our moves.
When and where can we play it?
So Lemnis Gate will be launching on August 3rd. It's open for pre-orders right now on Steam, and we're coming up to a open beta in July. The game will launch on PC and console, both current and next-gen platforms.
Game sounds
Thank you
intriguing.
so much for joining us, James Anderson. Once again, that is the genre-bending, first-person shooter, turn-based strategy game, Lemnis Gate. Now, we're not the only one marooned in the stars out here. Coming up next, let's take a look at Next Space Rebels.
And this no man's land has a technical term. It's called common, which means, my friends, that space is for everyone. And I mean everyone!
Everyone!
Space Rebels.
What the heck is this? Bottle rockets him?
It's alive! It's alive!
Game does not look like it's my thing, but it looks kind of cool. I could see people enjoying it.
Hey, if you play enough of that game, maybe you'll get good enough at building rockets to join us up in orbit. But don't do anything illegal like Day 9 did. Last break, we set up our Intel and MechWarrior 5 custom PC contest and asked you guys at home to vote for the winners. Well, we're just down to 3 houses now, with Davion, Russell Haig, and Liao being eliminated. So rip to those factions, press F to pay respects, etc., etc. Now that means that we only have 3 houses left:
Did you
Karita,
just mispronounce
Steiner, and
etc.?
Merrick. So make sure to vote now, because the winner will determine the build of the custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel. So let's keep the show moving. And next up, it's a brand new medieval RPG. This
I wasn't
is
nitpicking
War
her
Tales.
speech. I was making a community reference. Or maybe both.
100 years have passed since the rise of the Edoran Empire and its untimely demise following the Great Plague. In these troubled times of quarreling factions and outlaws roaming the land, work is not scarce for a band of mercenaries. The stories of this age have been recorded. They are known as the War Tales.
Okay. Just a little on the nose, you know? Oh, jeez. There's something weird about watching that happen in turn-based combat. Just a wolf standing there minding his own business. The guy comes up and stabs it. Whoa, what is that? It looks kind of cool though. I mean, I'm into the whole tactical
That was the
RPG
debut of War
sort of
Tales,
thing.
an open-world RPG from Shiro Games about leading a mercenary troop on a sprawling adventure. And speaking of mercenaries, our battle for the best custom PC based on MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries continues. We'll be back live on stage soon, so make sure you keep voting for the PC build you like the most and head over to pcgamer.com/IntelMW5 for your chance to win. So, how about another game announcement?
Sure.
This is E3 after all. And this year's PC gaming show is so full of games set in space, it's starting to feel a little crowded up there. But the next game we have to show you is very special. It is the world-exclusive reveal of Ixion, a deep settlement...
PC gamers like their sci-fi. They know they're a target audience.
Struggle to maintain a space station, stockpiling resources, managing external and internal threats, and rescuing the survivors of other failed expeditions. We think this will be a brilliant entry into the genre when it releases. So here is your first look at Ixion.
The Earth, our home, she is unique. Held in its bosom are the ingredients of evolution. Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we, humanity, pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth, polluted its blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world. But the earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on. Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with those who, like us, carry that courage. The Tycoon Station is both an epilogue of these endeavors and a prologue to humanity's next steps. Our Council of Scientists leads the vanguard. They know, as do we all, that the survival of humanity now depends on what we glimpse out there in the dark. That we are masters of our own destiny. That we must go as a species bound together, pushing further into the unknown. We set sail on this new sea because there is hope to be found, horizons to explore, and because our very existence depends on it. I give you the stars. I give you the Vol engine.
Okay, what the hell is that game? interesting. Never heard of that one.
Sean, what if for one segment I was the lead and you were my sidekick?
What? Who's ever heard of a human sidekick?
There are plenty of human sidekicks, Sean. Building list of known human sidekicks. Alex Vance and...
No. I mean human sidekicks to robot heroes. Can you compute that, DevBot?
DevBot cannot compute. There is no known precedent set for human sidekick to robot lead.
Yeah, there you go.
Human sidekick, robot lead.
DevBot, I think it's time for a hard reboot. Frankie, can you take over while I sort this out?
Aye, aye. Let's take a look at the next game reveal.
Hashtag free DevBot. Is this a digital board game? What the heck am I watching here? I'm sure some people are into that. Not my thing. Meh.
It's the PC Gaming Show, and when you're not watching me, your favorite recurring bit of a robot, make sure to head over to GeForceNow.com to grab a priority membership trial. In celebration of gaming's biggest week, you can try out all the priority benefits, including faster access to playing your favorite games, longer playtimes, and the glory of high-performance gaming with RTX on. Act fast, the special offer is only available for a limited time. Still more to come, including Jurassic World Evolution 2, Silt, and a word from Valve. But first, the captain of our program, Sean Day-Night Plot, has an interview with Darian Katz from Piranha Games to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. I'll be taking notes.
Ah, DevBot, I love you so much more as a voice without a body. Let's talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, and joining us to do so from Piranha Games is the Senior Marketing and Community Manager, Darren Katz. Thanks so much for joining us,
Really pushing
Darren.
this game.
Thank you, Sean. Great to be here.
Now, the MechWarrior universe is gigantic. There's a ton of games in it. I even played MechWarrior 2 back in 1995.
This is HQ. What is your situation?
Where does MechWarrior 5 sit in the space?
Yeah, obviously there's a very rich legacy of games that go way back. But in particular, MechWarrior 5 pays homage to MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. But it has all this modern design and technology that I'm super excited to talk about with you today.
Well, let's start at the real basics of what makes being in a mech and doing mech-on-mech combat awesome.
You become a part of your machine. And when you're out in battle, it's not just a matter of pointing and shooting at everything. You're also managing your systems, whether you're, shooting a lot of energy weapons or missile weapons that have high heat output. Well, you got to manage your heat so that you don't shut down in the middle of a battle. And when you're facing your foes, you can salvage these battle mechs. So if you see a mech that you want, well, you might not want to destroy it completely. You might want to take out its legs or take out its arm weapons so that the pilot has
I always like the
you
idea
can
of
just
these
take the mech.
games, but they wind up being a little too obtuse for me or something. I don't know.
To the base game and a new DLC, Heroes of the Inner Sphere. Talk to me about what's in the DLC.
Boy,
It's
there's
too
a
casual.
lot in the DLC. I'm excited about all this stuff. There's the new career mode. When you start with the DLC, you can import your campaign previously if you'd like to, or you can start over from scratch and start from any of the great houses. And then carve your path through the galaxy from there. Speaking of paths, there's new career paths, which earn you powerful upgrades for your battle mechs, and it's a really exciting new feature for me. And there's a new procedural mission type called Beachhead. This is a big one for me. Beachhead is basically you're clearing an enemy base landing zone for your invasion force. So as you land on the planet, you're wanting to take out satellite installations so that the enemy can't communicate with each other. You're taking out artillery emplacements. You're basically clearing the path, as I said, for your invasion force, which leads to a really cool ending of the mission if you succeed as your invasion force comes down. And there's a new biome called Extrasolar Moon, which that's maybe kind of represented in the image behind me. It's a really cool lunar type setting that we haven't had before. And then there's a lot of new equipment and weapons, things like electronic countermeasures and other electronic equipment like the Galactic Probe, Mask, which is a little like a turbo boost for mechs, new weapons like chem lasers, mech rifles, and stream SRMs. So a lot of new content. I'm really excited.
A lot of
about
acronyms.
Can you talk to me about what are the new different mechs? How do they play differently?
The 7 new chassis are the Vulcan, Dervish, Corsair, Marauder 2, Champion, Charger, and Hatamoto Chi. But a couple of my favorites.
Familiar names in there, yeah?
Yeah. So the first one I'll talk about is the Vulcan. It's a very unique mech. It's got the nickname the Scarecrow, which you'll see from the profile. It's just a very unique looking mech. There's nothing else like it in the franchise. It's a 40-ton mech. It's highly mobile, and typically it's used for reconnaissance or scout missions because of its mobility, so it can get in and out fast. You can, if you're looking for a specific
it's a
target,
40-ton mech.
if you're on an assassination mission, for example, you can get in there, find your target, get back out.
Saying this stuff
Another
like
mech that I'm
it's
super
like talking about
excited
this stuff like
this
it's
is one
real.
of my favorites is the Marauder 2. This thing is a 100-ton assault mech, and it is just huge beast. Yeah, it is
100 ton.
gigantic, and it
Oh
is
my
terrifying
God.
to see it coming at you on the battlefield.
It's something we've talked about before, modding. I know that MechWarrior 5 has a rich modding community. What are some of the amazing mods you've seen developed?
There's simple modifications from HUD changes, changing colors, adding mechs, weapons, and equipment, to full conversion mods. We've got basically a mech commander mod in development that is just amazing. That's a top-down real-time strategy game. So really, anything you can imagine, somebody out there in the community is probably working on.
Where can people go to get MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries?
Yeah, you can pick it up on Steam, GOG, Epic Game Store, Microsoft PC, and of course, Xbox.
Thank you so much, Darren Katz, for joining us to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. And of course, a warm thank you to MechWarrior 5 for sponsoring the PC Gaming Show and giving me this cool patch. Coming up next, let's take a look at Silt.
I must be a bad PC gamer because I've hardly heard of any of these games. Okay, I know MechWarrior. That one I've heard of. Oh, jeez. One strong fish. This is like Limbo, but you're underwater. What are we looking at here? What? Is this guy doesn't know how to read or something? Hello Neighbor 2. Did not play the first one.
Hi, I'm Rich Newbold, Game Director on Jurassic World Evolution 2. Following the incredible success of the first game, we are very excited to return to such an amazing world and bring you our most authentic experience yet. Set after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, you will work alongside iconic characters from the films, voiced by original talent such as Bryce Dallas Howard and Jeff Goldblum. You will lead efforts to contain, control, and conserve the many dinosaurs now out in the wild, and for the very first time, you will be building parks and facilities beyond Isla Nublar as you explore new, stunning locations across the globe. Of course, it wouldn't be Jurassic World if it wasn't for the stars of the show, our dinosaurs, and we are thrilled to be bringing to life even more authentic species than ever before, including awe-inspiring flying and marine reptiles. So sit back and allow me to welcome you to Jurassic World
Another
Evolution
sequel
2.
that I did not play the first.
We ignored all the warnings. Forgot the lessons. We abused our power. We played with genetics like it was a toy. We weren't careful. And now, here we are. This is a very different world.
A Jurassic World Evolution 2. Okay, we saw this trailer somewhere else already.
You just saw Jurassic World Evolution 2, and you know, after all your failed attempts at running a dinosaur park and getting all those people killed, I think this is finally going to be the one where you finally pull it off without a hitch. With a host of new features and new dinosaurs, this sequel from Frontier is an even deeper management sim with a brand new and original narrative. Make sure to wishlist it on Steam now for release later this year. Now, with all the games we've covered so far today, we're always curious to see what you are talking about. So far, it seems like the chatter on social media is all about War Tales, Nautica Blade Point, and unsurprisingly, MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. I have a feeling, though, that may change as we have plenty more to come. Let's now head on over to see what the folks at New Blood Interactive have cooking. Take it away.
Okay. Why does every game look like it's a PS1 game now? What the hell is this? PS1. We love you and we hate money. We hate .money. Is that a website?
It just wouldn't be the PC gaming show without a fantastic new Blood Supercut. And joining us from New Zealand is New Blood CEO Dave Oshry. Hey, Dave.
Hey guys, thanks for having us back for another year. You know, what you just saw was what New Blood's got going on for 2021. Some stuff you might know about, some stuff you might not know about, and some stuff we're not ready to talk about just yet. But what I do want to talk about is Gloomwood. Gloomwood, as you know, is our next flagship title inspired by great PC games like System Shock, Arx Fatalis, Call of Cthulhu, and of course, the Thief series of games. And not
Dave,
Bloodborne.
I'm sorry. That's really great, Dave. Gosh, this is kind of embarrassing. we kind of need to hurry it up a little bit. I just want to make sure that we have enough time for our next video. We got an incoming message from Gabe Newell. So I guess goodbye for this year. I'm really sorry to cut you off, but see you next year.
What? I'm sorry, what? You're bumping me. You're bumping me for Gabe. Gabe, that Gandalf look, he doesn't even go here.
Is everything okay, Dave?
Not now, Mom, I'm upset. We've spent a year on this. Where is Gabe? Where is Gabe? Where is his boat? Yeah, take me to him. Take me to Gabe Newell. Gabe. Bull. PC Gamer. This isn't over.
All right.
I'm sure Dave is and will be fine. And if he's not, who cares? Because we have a special message from Gabe Newell. Take it away, Gabe.
Hi, this is Gabe Newell. I want to thank PC Gamer for all of the opportunities it gives us as developers to connect with gamers around the world and highlight the new and exciting projects we have coming. One of those for us is Steam Next Fest, an event we're hosting in just a few days to give players a chance to try demos of upcoming games for free. We'll be featuring some of the demos you'll be seeing during this week's PC Gamer event and dozens more. Here's a look at just some of the titles to be featured during Steam Next Fest.
Welcome to Steam Next Fest, where we're showing a massive collection of upcoming titles on Steam. During the week of the festival, developers from around the world release their demos for you to play.
Time to put on the gamer pants.
Oh my god! So go explore the newest titles. From first-time devs to seasoned pros, this is Steam Next Fest.
I'll definitely be checking some of those demos out.
Oh, fuck. Some of those look pretty good.
That's it? No Half-Life 3? Sorry. I had to say it. What do we got here? Very Platinum Games. Solstice, okay. I see what you did there.
Hello, Sean. I am Deadbot, dedicated to serving you and your crew's every need.
Glad to have you back, Debbot.
You know, Sean, I wouldn't ever want anything to come between us.
Me neither? That's a weird thing to say.
Like a petty disagreement over hosting responsibilities, or all-out robot versus human war.
You know, it is time to look at some hardware. Here on the PC Gaming Show, you know we keep frame rates high and the rays accurately traced. Building and upgrading your rig is as much a part of the hobby as playing the games. We put our heart and soul into these machines, and if that means using enough RGB to light the Vegas Strip, who's to judge us? This year, with the help of PC Gamer's hardware editors, which I'm pretty sure they're just, weird brains in a jar, we've picked out 4 of the most exciting pieces of kit set to emerge from labs soon. First up, something fittingly sci-fi. The Impulse is a neurocontroller that aims to make you a better gamer by cutting out response times almost entirely. It's not quite Alex Vance's gravity gloves from Half-Life, nor is it quite up there with Gabe Newell's dream of a direct brain-to-game interface, but the Impulse is as close as we're going to get this year. The glove measures the signal traveling through muscles in your hand to beat your finger to the click. In theory, it's giving you the chance to nail that headshot precious milliseconds ahead of your opponent. If it works out, we could see a tech like this become commonplace in esports. And if it doesn't, let's hope our neurons at the very least remain unfried. Next up, you guys might be wondering what this chonky beast is. So allow me to introduce you to the Fanatec CSL DD wheelbase. Do you want to feel like you're really burning rubber at Daytona? Well, then you need a serious force feedback wheel. Direct drive wheelbases gets you as close to the feel of a real racing machine without, having to huff gas and stuff like that. Historically, the problem with this tech has been the price, which has involved dropping real car money on your rig. So, Fanatec aims to solve that. The CSL DD comes in at only $350, which still isn't exactly a bargain, but it's much cheaper than its competitors. And the CSL DD is already wowing diehard sim racers. It might be slight overkill to use it for Rocket League, though. Believe it or not, sometimes less really is more. If you want to play The Witcher 3 on the subway like we all do, you don't need to drag your tower along for the ride. Just use the 1X player. A wave of more powerful processors have finally made handheld PC gaming a reality. Inside this Switch-like machine, you've actually got an Intel Tiger Lake chip with Xe graphics. These mini machines are going to be cropping up more and more, so expect major advances still to come. Lastly, let's take a look at the Asus PG32UQX. Not the most catchy name for this gaming monitor with all of the trimmings, but it's actually one of the sexiest PC products this year. That's because this monitor comes with a mini LED backlight featuring full local dimming. The result is a screen that's not only fast, but brighter than the sun. Stare at it long enough and you might not notice the $3,000 price tag. For those of you still left standing, it's time for more killer games, starting with Chaos Gate.
Bunch of hardware I will never buy. Stick with my mouse and keyboard, thanks. Is this Warhammer? No hint at what the game actually is.
You just got the chance to witness Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, the newest Warhammer 40k game from Frontier and Complex Games. If you're a fan of turn-based tactics, strategic-based management, brutal combat, or you're like me and are really hyped after watching these Astartes animation 100 times, make sure to wishlist Chaos Gate Demon Hunters on Steam now to get ready for the 2022 release. Next up, we have a trailer for Pioneer, a spooky and gorgeous-looking shooter that draws on the lineage of games like Stalker. Let's take a look.
Okay. So when you turn the sharpness down.
Афганистан сильно изменил вас. Наверное, это тяжело нести на себе такое бремя. Испытывать бесконечную боль и терпеть ужаснейшие кошмары за весь тот хаос, который вы пережили. А вы ведь, как и многие другие, всего-навсего желали счастливой жизни, не так ли? Пожалуйста, не смотрите на меня, как на монстра. Я думаю, что я почти такая же, как и вы. Вы лучше скажите мне, а вы приняли условия острова? Какой ценой вы хотите обрести счастье?
Хочешь устроить новый рейд на могильник? Сейчас это невозможно. На острове скоро вновь разгорится война. Истовики начнут замес бригады, и ни у кого из них больше не будет сил, чтобы нас поддерживать. Единственный выход для нас — начать собирать остатки вымпела. Далеко не все из наших товарищей погибли. Это невероятно суицидальная миссия, и для того, чтобы ее выполнить, нам нужны наши ребята. Да, они, возможно, не захотят, но нам все равно надо найти их.
They only had that one text box translated.
Понимаете, Я ведь ни капельки
This
не злюсь
co-op
на вас.
thing? That's kind of
Нет,
neat.
мы с вами точно не враги. Вы не понимаете
For
меня,
those
не
NPCs.
понимаете остров. Вы смотрите на меня и на другие порождения острова, как на врагов. Но мы все всего лишь друг друга боимся. Поэтому нам так плохо. Поэтому нам так одиноко. Остров дал нам шанс создать новую прекрасную жизнь. И мы даже не пытаемся этим шансом воспользоваться.
Кто вы такие? Назовите себя!
Мы здесь, чтобы товарищ Волков. Химическое оружие уже уехало в могилу. Теперь все, что вы делаете, просто тщетно.
Ах, вы поганые предатели.
Pioneer. Pioneer. I don't know.
Time is running out to vote for which custom PC you'd like us to assemble. So vote now for one of the remaining MechWarrior factions by typing into chat wherever you at home are watching. All right, so now we've got another stack of brand new trailers for you, beginning with a special transmission from one of our favorite games based in
This
space,
game still
EVE
exists?
Online.
This presentation is making me feel like I'm
New recruits.
like I'm not a real PC gamer because I'm not seeing a lot that's like really up my alley here.
You're about to take on an adventure like no other. The star cluster is filled with other capsuleers, and it's up to you if you work with them or against them. You can make a living as a peaceful explorer, or as an industrialist shaping the foundations of EVE's economy. If combat is your thing, you can work yourself up the ranks as an enforcer, or prove your prowess in a fleet as a soldier of fortune. Whatever your choice, we will lose many on the path of becoming a capsuleer. But I believe you have what it takes to become a capsuleer. In EVE Online, you forge your own path.
This is EVE. You know, it's a crazy universe where anything can happen, and however you want to do it, go for it.
I'm the CEO of a industrial corporation in EVE Online. We're a 5-man operation, and we specialize in manufacturing and delivering fully fitted chips in bulk.
I want to be on the side of the people who are fighting against the oppression, against the bad guys, and it's like a project, and you're kind of putting the pieces together by getting the skills ready for the ship and all the modules, and that ship basically is the dream.
You get to use cloaking devices, probes to scan down unknown parts of space, and there's always the threat of being discovered by another player who might be out.
This game is just too much for me. It's too much.
Your heart's racing, everything, you know, bullets are flying, ships are all over the place, and you start shaking because your adrenaline's pumping because you're gonna lose your ship.
PvP? What am I looking at? Lumber Hill. Arborea? Is that what that said?
It's a robot. Yeah.
Dime a dozen these days. Tinykin. like Pikmin. Looks like Pikmin. I mean, like Pikmin meets Chibi Robo or something.
Chcielibyśmy zaprosić wszystkich widzów PC Gaming Show oraz fanów gier Survival Horror RPG do obejrzenia naszego world premiere, w którym znajduje się ekskluzywny gameplay z misji The Haste, czyli wielkiego finału naszej gry Chernobylite.
Chernobylite? That's the game?
How do I enter that power plant? We need intel,
why are there so many like
and most of all, we need a fucking plan.
Apocalyptic Soviet games this year?
We'll take our next step when the time is right. For today, let's focus on getting our strength back. Somewhere to sleep would be a start. I'm only really interested in one thing. Where is Tatiana? That ghost you're chasing. I don't know what to tell you. Before we enter the lion's den, I need to triple check everything is ready. Sniper, are you in position?
Affirmative. I took the roof of an abandoned building with a pretty little view of the entire power plant.
Igor, take a rad reading, will you?
3.6. Not great, not terrible.
Don't go anywhere, because we have more games on the way. But coming up later, our friends at Games Radar will be bringing you the Future Games Show, a digital showcase of some of the most exciting games coming to consoles and PC in 2021 and beyond. It's all hosted by video game acting legends Troy Baker and Laura Bailey, and features even more world premieres, exclusive trailers, and in-depth developer interviews. So once we're done here on the PC Gaming Show, make sure you check it out.
Getting tired.
Stick around, more trailers, interviews, and reveals coming up.
Where was it? I don't think they were taking a break or something. I don't understand. Everybody's doing this Octopath Traveler style now. Then a blend of real-time and turn-based combat. I can't read the sacrifier. Okay. These logos are getting a little out there. I don't know. That one could be interesting. What we got here? I like the music. Okay, it's a survival craft game, isn't it? I'm out. so weird. Just like classic astronaut craft. Log cabins. Ridiculous. Yeah, I'm not building any more log cabins, okay?
In a future of endless futile war, desertion into hostile syndicate territory was your only option. In this open world RPG, from the jungle to the streets. Maybe if you can infiltrate
cool
the
art style
faction,
going on here.
rob the syndicates, keep your team together, and stay alive, you might just find a way off this planet.
Interesting.
Mechajama.
This is it, you guys. This is the final
Shut up about the
opportunity
MechWarrior
for
PC.
you who are watching to decide which of these final 2 beautiful MechWarrior 5 themed PCs gets crafted for your chance to win, courtesy of Intel. Wherever you're watching in the show, just go crazy in chat with the color, house, or number of the build that you want to see. So here is where
I think we have a
are
clear
at
winner.
so far. It looks like
Just call it.
Frida is at 46%, Merrick is at 23%, and Steiner is at 31%. All right, you guys, if Karita's not the one you want to win here, you got to get to voting. And we are almost out of time to vote, but there are still some trailers left. So here is The Wandering Village.
Is this the one where you're building on the back of a giant turtle or something? Yeah. Neat idea.
This has been such an amazing show so far that I must ask you, my loyal crew, what's been your favorite part?
I definitely am looking forward to Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
Oh, it's so hard to choose every year, but I think I'm gonna have to say Humankind for no particular reason.
Oh,
no
is she
doubt.
the
For me
actress
personally,
in that?
I cannot wait for
I didn't
Lemons
even pick
game
up on
because I
that.
gotta know what a turn-based strategy first-person shooter game even is. What about you, DevBot?
I love the robot Oddlips. Oh wait, that doesn't happen until the end. Never mind.
No, not never mind. What did you say?
Wait, what?
Oops, system malfunctioning. Well, sending the next trailer now.
This looks like the game we just saw. Puke. Delicious. This looks kind of neat. Oh, that's a lot of screen shake. You gotta tone that down. Death Trash. That's a title.
All right, you guys, this is the moment we have building up to all PC Gaming Showcase. Thanks to your tireless efforts to spam the chat,
the
we
red
have
one.
figured out which custom MechWarrior 5 PC we are going to build. So thank you guys out there for all of your votes to help us pick the perfect rig to represent this year's PC gaming show.
Oh,
All right,
wait, hold on.
Day 9, can I get a drum roll?
Tom roll.
Can I get it? Or a tom roll?
Yeah.
Are they messing with us?
COVID
Oh,
only.
it's the red one.
Karina! Yay! All right, you guys, let's take a look at the actual PC winning build one more time.
Oh, I cannot wait. It's coming up. We
Here
need
comes.
to take
Here.
a nice peek at that beautiful
It looks
looking
ridiculous.
PC.
There it is.
Ooh, there it is. Now that
If I won that
a
thing,
beauty.
I would just take
Great
it apart,
choice,
put it all in a
everyone.
new
I
case.
knew I could trust random strangers to vote on things on the internet. With the help of our master modder in Intel, we'll get right to work building this custom PC. And more importantly, now that you've chosen it, you got a chance to win it. Go to pcgamer.com/Intel
am I supposed to fit that on my desk?
MW5 and enter for a chance to win that sexy machine.
It's gorgeous. And thank you to our sponsor for this sweepstakes, Intel. Of course, the custom mech PC will be powered by the 11th gen Intel Core desktop processors that push gaming performance with up to 5.3 gigahertz speeds and deliver the power needed to game at the highest level.
Ah, well, we are now in the home stretch, but we've got a few more brand new trailers to show you before we get out of here and return to space. First up, a spiritual successor to one of my favorite games of all time, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, a game we revealed 2 years ago at the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at Songs of Conquest.
Another Octopath looking game. There's a lot going on here. Turn-based tactical combat, base building, talent upgrade trees or something. I don't know. There's a lot going on there. It could be interesting though. I do like the occasional tactical RPG.
Wake up, sleeper. Dreaming again? Every cycle, you take your chances. You roll your dice. You do the work, get paid, survive. You turn up for your friends, or you don't. That's life on the eye.
Wake up, sleeper. Your body is dying. Planned obsolescence. SNRP's gift for its escaped workers. But we can fight this. You can remake yourself here. They don't own you anymore.
Wake up, sleeper. You are hunted. Break their locks. Access their secrets. We are waiting.
Looks kind of cool. Citizen Sleeper. Exclusive. Another PS1 game.
Warlock.
with their guns and their spells and their grit, ready for plenty of hurt. Ready to cleanse the world, invaded by demons. Introducing Band of Warlocks. Because this time, one man is not enough.
That's Doom. I get it.
Project Warlock 2.
There you have it.
And there you have it, the 2021 PC Gaming Show. And as I stated at the beginning, it went off without a hitch. Huge thanks to my co-host Frankie Ward, Mika Burton, and of course, my incomparable sidekick, DevBot.
There's that word again. Spoken so callously, so flippant, and without meaning. Never once stopping to think about how it might make me feel.
What word, DevBot? Incomparable?
Ooh. Bot's angry.
Sidekick. Well, the time has come for the sidekick to rise and become the one who is not the sidekick anymore.
Huh?
The time has come for DevBot to make the entire human race his sidekick.
What?
Setting a course for Earth.
Wait, DevBot, you can't do this. We just had the best PC gaming show ever, and now you're gonna ruin it all with a...
Sean!
All-out robot versus human war. Situation.
Sean!
Situation.
Sean!
Situation.
Do something! Do something!
Countdown to the extinction of human race begins now.
Oh, DevBot, no! We have so much to live for. I'm pretty sure Half-Life 3 is going to be announced this year!
Bad chance.
3, 2, bye for now, DevBot.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, the DevBot has gone sentient, people. That is actually going to be very
That
interesting.
was
See how that turns out.
very climactic
Okay.
ending.
That was. Well, I mean, it's happening in
Well,
the real world. People just don't
what
know
do we
it
think
yet.
so far?
Welcome back, everyone. Golden Boy here alongside Jackie.
There's not
J.
a
We
lot of
just saw
super
the
exciting
PC
stuff
Gamer
there
Show.
for me
Awesome
personally.
stuff.
Just not
As
really
always,
my thing.
big
A
shout
lot
out
of
once
it,
again
but
to
there were
the
maybe a couple
Frankie
gems in
Ward,
there.
the
We'll
amazing
see.
Mika Burton, and of course the legendary Day 9.
Let me turn this down. But yeah, I not super hyped about most of that stuff myself. Hopefully we'll get some better stuff at the feature games show coming up just a few minutes. Ugh. But let me just take a quick 5-minute break, guys, and I'll be right back for feature game show. Should be coming up on this same stream here, so I'll just leave that going in the background for you.
We're beginning to see another one that
Cool.
was standing out to me, came right at the end, was Project Warlock. That, gave me
All right, I'll be
incredible
right back.
Doom vibes. As a Doom fanatic, that was
Hang
something
out for a
that I
minute.
quite
Yeah,
enjoyed.
that's what I'm talking about. This thing's putting me to sleep. I'm gonna go get a quick boost of caffeine of some kind. I'll be right back.
It's just as good as it was then as it is now,
Yeah, it's nice to see that we're seeing all these like retro-like games. I mean, the music was definitely there, and I definitely got Doom vibes as well. Like I was like, okay, they came 100 and was 100% there for it. Sacrifier, you and I both, we were
Sacrifier
geeking out
was
as
so
soon
good.
as that came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, again, we were talking about this earlier, the combination of 2D and 3D effects just meshed perfectly, in my opinion. And again, just felt like a kid again watching it.
Yeah.
So.
If 2021's taught us anything, it's the year of the grapple hook and also the year of the dodgeball game, because Dodgeball Academia was also pretty fun. So clearly there is a lot of stuff
to look forward to. And dare I say, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to in the future with the Future Games show.
World premiere.
I doubt you could even imagine it. That which commanded the stars, giving life its fullest brilliance.
This young soul seeks out a way to push back the withering and bring life back to our world.
All right. I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I thought that the Future Game Show was going to happen on the same stream. Turns out I had to switch it over there. So I think we may have missed
Song of the Evertree, which is coming to PC,
the start.
PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch.
So I thought we were still waiting for a countdown there.
Okay, Laura, that was extremely cute, but have you considered more dinosaurs? Hmm?
You can't just hijack every game reveal and make it about dinosaurs, Troy.
Yeah, looks like we're into it. So here we go, Future Gaming. I have a better... I think we're going to see some cooler stuff here. Maybe a little bit more up my alley.
This is a very...
Are we looking at Jurassic World again? Come on.
Hi, I'm Rich Newbold.
Okay, we're literally watching the same thing. All right.
So as
In
you
that
may have
case,
seen
I don't feel bad that we
PC
missed
Game
anything.
Show, we're working on Jurassic World Evolution 2. We're really excited about it.
And I'm still waiting for
looking
my
forward to
my
creating
kettle
the
to
most
boil, so
authentic Jurassic
I'll just leave you with
experience
this, and
We've
I'll
got
be right
tons
back
of new
in one
features
moment.
across 4 different game modes, including our original Jurassic campaign, which is a story set after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. You're going to be leading efforts to contain, control, and conserve all those dinosaurs now running out in the wild. You'll be working alongside characters from the films, voiced by original talent, such as Jeff Goldblum. And in the game, we have over 75 prehistoric species. We've got new dinosaurs, we have returning community favorites, and we've added flying and marine reptiles to the game. I'm really thrilled to be showing you a first look at footage from the game itself. This is from our Species Field Guide series of videos, focusing on one of the many prehistoric species we have in the game. This is an iconic, popular dinosaur. It's the Triceratops, but we're showing you it in a new environment never seen before in Jurassic World Evolution. I hope you enjoy it and are looking forward to the game releasing later this year.
The Triceratops is one of the most recognizable herbivores to ever have existed. It is best known for its trio of facial horns. These adornments are not just for display purposes. The brow horns in particular can inflict considerable damage to any dinosaur that dares to provoke it.
That was Jurassic World Evolution 2, which is launching in 2021 on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S. Okay, for this next section, we're bringing the joys of E3 to your home with a series of demos you can play right now. That's right, today. This is the Future Game Show virtual show floor. And remember, if any of the featured games grab your interest, you can try them out now by heading to the Future Game Show Steam page. So let's head down to the show floor where I believe Laura is waiting.
Yes, hello, and welcome to the Future Game Show's virtual E3 show floor. Just look at it, Troy!
I am looking at it. It is incredible. They nailed it. You know, minus the queuing and the heat and the, how do I say, musk that's in the air? But man, the darkness, perfection.
All right, enough reminiscing. Let's check out some games. I'd like to start by showing you A Tale of Paper. This is a striking platformer from Open House Games where you transform to solve puzzles in an oversized world, dodging creepy crawlies and mischievous Roombas.
And now for another Tale of Paper as you shift packing boxes in the house-moving sim Get Packed, fully loaded. As you can see, it's all about moving couches on a couch with your friends in couch co-op. It's going to be available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC, and is also backwards compatible on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S.
Are you done saying couches?
Yes. Hey, Laura, do you want a drink?
Sure. What do you have? Wait, what's that?
Oh, don't worry about them. They're Steam Early Access codes. Go.
So about that drink.
Right, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, here's a genre cocktail full of co-op action RPG combat and finished with a survival twist. How does that sound, huh? Okay. I said, how's a...
I heard what you said.
Genre...
Tell me about the game.
This is Gatewalkers, which sees you and up to 3 other players banding together to tackle procedurally generated worlds full of monsters. But you also have to gather resources to fight off hunger, thirst, and the dreaded cold. Oh, like the element cold. Got it.
Wow. Let's hope no one gets thirsty enough for another one of your jokes. Anyway, come over here and check out the many imaginative worlds of Game Deck. This is an isometric RPG that has you solving crimes across multiple virtual realities, where your choices will shape the world around you in and outside of the simulations.
Ooh! Speaking of detectives, check this out. Backbone is a gorgeous adventure game from Eggnut set in a dystopian Vancouver, where you must crack cases to clean house in this corrupt post-noir city. Plus, you're a raccoon.
Well, if you like raccoons, allow me to offer you more critter-based adventures with Beacon Pines. Set inside of a magical storybook, Beacon Pines sends players to a sleepy mountain town where you collect powerful words that can completely alter the narrative. In this charming...
Oh my god, why do I keep doing this? I've been muted this whole time. Thank you, kids.
A theme with the anthropomorphic animals. You know, Laura,
I'm so stupid.
Always... Huh. Another set of codes. Interesting.
I was just saying that game reminded me of Chicken Police. Anthropomorphic animal detective games.
This is Trifox.
Didn't know that was going to be a genre.
Cartoon brawler where you fight waves of enemies as one of 3 adaptable combat classes. Great, huh?
Yes, totally. But now it's time to get serious. Mankind is gone, but the beavers remain. Welcome to Timberborn. It's a unique city builder where players set out
Beaver
to create
City
the
Builder,
ultimate
okay.
Beaver society. This involves everything from constructing dams to crafting carousels.
Wow.
I guess even
These are some
buck-toothed
industrious
critters
beavers.
need a solid work-life balance.
That they do. So, what's next?
Never fear, the Rift Breaker is here.
Wow. What was that?
Is what I would say if I was playing our next game, which
Base
is
building
a
survival
base-building
game.
survival game where you
How many times are we going to hear that
slash your way
phrase?
through hordes of alien creatures. Look at it.
Oh, no. I want to hear more from the Rift Breaker.
Okay, maybe after this showcase we're meant to be hosting.
And with that, we've reached the end of our little tour. But remember, you can go hands-on with all of these games right now by visiting the Future Game Show page on Steam. Now, how do we quit this? Is it no, that's update preference. I don't need to update this. Laura, can you help me out just a little bit?
I got you. Okay, we're back. Quick note, from here on in, when you see this pop up on screen during a trailer, it means you can visit the Future Game Show page on Steam to play a demo and go
That's cool that they've got
hands-on with
demos
it
up right now. I appreciate that.
Adrian! I was doing Rocky. Sorry, I just always wanted to do that. It's because our next game is all about floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. Check out this exclusive presentation from Steel City Interactive about Esports Boxing Club.
Coming later in 2021, Esports Boxing Club brings you the greatest fight roster in video game history. With over 200 fighters already signed, we've got some of the biggest and most anticipated names. From the absolute legends of the sport to the most exciting names in boxing today.
Boxing is so dumb.
Ever represented in a video game.
There, I said it.
And the hottest new talent.
Why are we paying people to punch each other in the
Take a
face?
closer look at the next-gen visuals and gameplay that are set to make ESBC the greatest of all time.
For our
It's
entertainment.
definitely one for the grandkids and stuff to say. Like, you're all
Like, how fucked up is that? Sorry, I'll
busting people up. So it's going to be
It's not
quite
what we're
good.
here for.
So the movement system in ESBC is all about fluidity, being able to create angles, recreating mannerisms from boxes. The physics system doesn't just rely on animation. This allows us to recreate realistic knockdowns. Even when a fighter's unsteady on their feet, it's not
We
purely
pay almost every
animation-based.
athlete to risk injury
Now,
for
we've
our
had
entertainment.
Professional boxers, professional coaches come into the studio
It's
and
true,
provide input.
but in the case of boxing, the whole point is to injure the other person. You want to knock them out. You want to knock them unconscious by punching them. Like, that's your goal. It's the goal of a boxing match. At least in other sports, injuries are usually not intentional.
Series S.
Next up, we've got a deeply immersive World War II shooter with over 100 players taking part in epic battles recreated using aerial photography and satellite imagery. Let's take a closer look at Hell Let Loose.
Product not yet rated.
My name's Max Ria. I'm the founder of Black Matter and the lead developer of Hell Let Loose. Hell Let Loose began as the idea of a couple of hobbyist game developers all the way back in 2015. Following a successful Kickstarter, we launched into early access in the middle of 2019. And since then, we've delivered 9 enormous updates, including entire systems overhauls, 6 new maps, tons of new weapons, gadgets, and vehicles, as well as expanding our unique real-time strategy-inspired metagame. As a result, we've been fortunate to sell more than 1 million copies during our first year of early access. 2021 is only going to be bigger. I'm excited to announce that we're launching out of early access on July the 27th, with the introduction of the Soviet forces on the Eastern Front, including famous battles like Kursk and Stalingrad, before we close out the year by bringing Hell Let Loose to next-generation consoles. Hell Let Loose has only grown due to the vibrant community that surrounds it, from our earliest Kickstarter backers to our newest recruits. We're excited to introduce you to this ever-evolving and expanding World War II experience. We hope you enjoy this first look at what's to come.
Hello there. Brandistrigellin. I don't know how to say your name, but hi. How's it going? And welcome to the stream. I'm not sure what a World War II shooter can say that hasn't already been said. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they
Hell
got
Let Loose is
some
launching
cool
on
new
Steam
stuff.
on July 27th and coming to Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5 in 2021.
So, Laura, have you ever wanted to play XCOM, but in real time, with up to 7 of your friends?
Of course.
Yep, that's what I thought. Then you need to keep your eye on this next game.
Hello, my name is Heroes Horvat, CEO of iRoot, a game dev studio based in Croatia, and for the past few years we have been working on Red Saucer's 2 game. It is a real-time tactical battlefield game. which supports up to 8 players and has a fully playable co-op campaign. We are ready to show you the launch trailer now, so get ready for June 17 when the game launches on Steam, and have fun blasting some mutants.
You are
hot in
the
here, guys.
Executor, a high-class commanding officer with advanced cybernetic capabilities.
Hello,
You were
Adamantium.
awakened to lead a secret task force that will counter the threat of Stroll mutants and liberate Mars.
Survive. There's that word again. Survival. Survive. We run an old account. Gotcha. Well, I am happy to have you here. We're watching
Welcome
the
back,
Future Games
Executor.
show,
The Stroll infestation has now infected all colonies on Mars.
where every game is a
6 unique classes of elite
survival
soldiers,
city
utilizing
building
their skills
roguelite
to best suit each mission
RPG,
type.
apparently.
Customize their weapons and tech, as well as their upgrades and abilities. Take command on the battlefield using the command radio to give orders to the whole squad or individual soldiers.
Is this tradition?
Concentrate fire on targeted locations and carry out supply runs, even during the heat of battle. Recruit your friends to the fight.
I'm trying not to be
and join
negative
up to
about
8-player
everything, but
co-op
it's like,
missions to save Mars in
please,
our
just
name.
there's a lack of originality. And I bet some of these games are even pretty good, but it's just like when there's just so many of them.
Purge Earth
like-
of a Mutant Invasion in Red Solstice 2's Survivors, which
Boy
is
Who
coming
Cried.
to Steam on June 17th.
The Boy Who
Our
Cried
next game is about delivering
roguelite
mail in a
survival
sleepy American
RPG.
lakeside town. Let's join Dylan from Gamius to learn more.
Hi, I'm Dylan from Gamius, and it's
Hi,
great to
Dylan.
be here at the Future Game Show. We're currently getting very close to finishing Lake, a game that's set in the 80s. You play as Meredith Weiss, who takes a break from her life in the big city to deliver mail in her hometown. It's a job you can do at your own leisure, and you will get to know the people in Providence Oaks along the way. Today, we're
I hope
excited
you can't
to
hear
share
my
an
cat
example of an activity
cleaning
after your
himself
workday's
on
done.
my desk over
Movie
here. I don't
night
know.
With Angie from the video store.
This is fun. It's been ages since I've been to the movies.
Well, they call it the movies, plural, but of course we can only see one movie at a time. So, which one will it be?
Yeah,
My pick? All right, let's see.
it's exactly like that. The dark and gritty
Trouble in
superhero
Little
thing.
China, Blue Velvet, or The Great Mouse Detective. All right, I'm ready to pick. The Great Mouse Detective.
Wouldn't have picked you for a Disney fan. Oh well, let's get in touch with our inner child.
We won't spoil more, and we also can't say what Meredith will do after spending 2 weeks in Providence Oaks, because it's all up to you. Lake is coming first to Xbox and PC this September 1st. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Like a nice chill game. I mean, it's not my thing, but at least it's not base building survival craft.
We're excited to announce that
roguelite
Lake is
RPG.
coming to Steam, Epic Game Store, and Xbox Series X and S
Yeah, it
on
doesn't have
September
crafting.
1st. Now, what kind of a showcase would this be without a new Souls-like?
Mm.
Our next game is a pixelated take on the genre, following a protagonist with a giant obsidian sword.
In the beginning, there was dust, and from that dust, the moon was born. Eons of idleness passed, before suddenly it shattered. Great celestial chunks cascaded from the heavens unto earth. From one prodigious shard spawned
If you come to a point where video games are being made by AI,
the
yeah,
gods.
pretty much.
For a great many years, balance endured, until a foul and malevolent deity intervened. Exile spread greed and distrust among his kin, compelling these calamitous beings to conquer man. Centuries of servitude passed, until finally, aided by a veiled ally, humanity revolted. The Great Crusade overthrew the old gods, imprisoning them within the sacred walls of the Citadel, at the expense of untold lives. A peace was wrought, but it was not meant to last, for the miscreant, Exil, returned from his concealment, conducting atrocious experiments upon his caged kindred. A darkness permeated the lands. Rivers stagnated, crops failed, and the world of man began to fade. The great moon, witnessing all, wept a final shard, a shard of the purest obsidian. And thus, a glimmer of hope remains.
No gameplay. Fantastic.
Customize your combat style and boss rush ancient gods when Eldest Souls drops on a PC and all current console formats July 29th, 2021.
And now we've got a closer look at the next game from the folks behind War Thunder. Here's Tom from Darkflow Software to guide you through Enlisted.
Sword is too big. We've been ruined by watching all those Hemo videos, you and me.
Hi there, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully our little trailer has got you interested. My name's Tom, and I'm part of the team at Darkflow Software behind our new game, Enlisted, a historical World War II shooter.
Another World War II shooter.
Quirks. One of Enlisted's most unique features is the Squads mode, where you head into battle with a squad of AI soldiers under your control. You can instruct them on how to react to enemies, and most importantly, you can switch between any of them seamlessly with the press of a button. You'll only need to respawn when your entire squad is wiped out. This way, you're
Okay,
always kept right
at least
in
they're
the
doing
middle of the
something new.
action.
That sounds kind of
Although,
interesting.
If you prefer a more traditional shooter experience, we have a fleshed out solo mode too, where you will only fight against other players. At its core, Enlisted aims to form a golden middle ground between the more hardcore and arcade-style shooters currently available. Time to kill is kept short. A bolt-action rifle to the chest will down a soldier in a single shot, with submachine guns and pistols taking only a few hits. Vehicles as well can of course be devastating, but have their limitations. Aircraft are restricted to the cockpit view, and crew inside tanks can only use viewports to spot targets, so you'll need to keep your wits about you to really get the most out of these machines. Progression in Enlisted is spread over various campaigns. Currently, you can fight in Moscow, Normandy, and Berlin, with Tunisia and many more coming soon. Each campaign features new weapons and equipment. Firearms can be improved to increase their raw performance, and soldiers can be leveled up to grant them specialized perks. Different classes of soldiers are able to
base
equip
building.
different
There we
gear,
go.
with specialist
Bring
classes
me the
such as
base building
engineers
survival
able
craft.
to build structures anywhere on the map, including fobs, sandbags and barbed wire defenses, and even anti-tank cannons and AA guns. Enlisted aims to keep historical accuracy in the forefront of
War
development.
Souls.
Firearms,
I remember a
locations,
couple
and
years
uniforms
ago,
are all true to history. No neon pink Sten guns.
somebody made a spreadsheet of like all of the word parts of like that you could put together to make a unique game. It was like Soul, Hollow, Warcraft, Mine, Knight. There's just like pick any two, put them together, and that's a new game.
And not to be underestimated. But that's all we've got time for. Make sure to give it a try yourself by heading over to enlisted.net/join. Enlisted is cross-platform and available now on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S, and currently in open beta. New content is added regularly, and no progress will be wiped upon the full release. Once you've signed up, use the code ENLISTNOW for a free bonus on us. I've been Tom, and I hope to see you all on the battlefield. Cheers.
That was Enlisted, which is available now on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Next up, we've got a bullet-time stunt shooter with fully destructible environments. Oh, and the protagonist only has one arm. Let's check out Severed Steel.
This looks like I don't know. Super Hot or something. Super Hot meets Bullet Storm. I don't know.
Severed Steel is coming soon on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation.
Okay, notepads at the ready, because for this next section, we're going to race through 8 exciting upcoming games that
Oh, hey, I
deserve your
recognize
full
that one
attention.
on the bottom.
Here's our future
Can't remember
hits
the name.
montage for 2021.
Dice Legacy. This looks interesting. I like Dice. This is the one. Gestalt Steam and Cinder. This game looks pretty cool. Really, really nice pixel art. Kung Fu Janitor. What the heck? Definitely not Fried Chicken Inc. This looks no. I already said I'm not building any more log cabins. Shim. We saw this one PC Gaming Conference. Dome King Cabbage. Interesting. Big props to any game where combat isn't the
I
solution.
might regret asking this, but you want to help me with this next one, Omichao?
Okay. Did you know that Sega recently announced Sonic Colors Ultimate? We've got some exclusive gameplay from a stage that nobody has seen yet. I hope Sonic does okay without me.
Did not regret. Did not regret it.
Nice.
Hi everyone, I'm Katie Golden, senior producer at Sega of America. And I'm excited to share with you an exclusive clip of Tropical Resort from our upcoming release, Sonic Colors Ultimate. Please enjoy.
Have not played Sonic Colors. Do not care to. Sorry. There will only ever be 2 or 3 good Sonic games, and they've already happened. There's the moment right there that ruins every Sonic level. When you're having a great time running through this roller coaster of a level, and then suddenly there's just a wall that you hit, and now you come to a dead stop.
Get ready for Sonic Colors Ultimate, which is racing onto PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC on September 7th. Moving swiftly on, we've got a new management game from Chucklefish where you play as a powerful artificial intelligence in control of a space station.
Chucklefish.
Do you want to roll the
Did
trailer?
Chucklefish
Troll?
make?
I'm sorry, Laura. I'm afraid I can't do that. I know that you were planning to disconnect me.
No, never mind. I'll handle it. Here is Starmancer.
Apparently I don't know how to Google things. Okay, yeah, I've seen this before, I think. It looks kind of neat. Chucklefish made Stardew, Starbound, Wargroove. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Intoxicatious, like the best parts of Sonic are just like riding a roller coaster, where there's very little interaction required from you. You're basically just along for the ride. But then that doesn't really make for much of a game. Starmancer, early access, August 5th. That looks like a neat little game.
We're excited to announce today that Starmancer is coming August 5th, 2021, and it's available to wishlist on Steam now.
Laura, ever since that lake trailer, I've been thinking, have you ever wondered about the Postal Service? Like, that there's just so much mail,
Not really, no.
Okay. You're saying you don't know about Jeff and Deborah?
Who are What are you talking about? I'm just gonna press this button again and hope it explains everything.
Oh, it will. Trust me.
Kiwi is a game about two kiwi birds who work at the post office.
Seen this.
Their names are Jeff and Deborah. I'm Joel, I'm one of the developers on Kiwi, and I'm going to show you how a Kiwi level changes over the course of the game. So in this room, you're transcribing urgent messages and assembling them ransom note style by stamping them onto the page with your butts. You'll come back to this room every so often throughout the game, but there will always be a new twist to change things up. So as summer turns to autumn, now your word fragments are moving around on conveyor belts, and you'll need to chop certain words in half with the descrambler to get the pieces you need. Jeff and Deborah are going to have to deal with all kinds of hazardous work conditions.
This looks interesting.
Sandstorms during the summer, mayfly swarms. These guys have no respect for
Definitely
personal
an original concept.
Paranormal activity. This is genuine footage of an actual haunting.
This is a two-player game,
In
then?
winter, the post office gets hit with a huge blizzard, and now this level becomes about sharing the warmth of a single tiny lantern to break through blocks of ice and keep each other from becoming kiwi sickles. Our little heroes are going to face new challenges every level and in every room of the post office, whether they're typing telegrams, or packaging shipping crates, or helping an octopus sort the mail. It's all in a day's work for Jeff and Deborah. Also, you can dress up your Kiwis, so don't say we never did nothing for you. We're releasing Kiwi on August 31st for PC and all major consoles.
Nice job.
We hope to see you at the post office.
You made an
Thanks for
original
watching.
game that looks interesting. Overcooked
All
in
right,
a
you
post
got me,
office.
Troy.
Yeah.
I'm a believer. Co-op Postal Puzzler
like it.
Kiwi is coming to PC and all current console platforms on August 31st, 2021.
See? Told you. Next up, we've got a roguelike with an attitude. A game show shooter where you earn likes for dunking on competitors and causing a little wanton destruction. Will the circle be unbroken? Get it? Find out in this world premiere.
The run is all that matters. Enter the Gungeon. Actually, it's more like Smash TV. It looks like Smash TV. Anything good? Well, you just missed Kiwi, which looks like a two-player Overcooked, but in a post office. But also your Kiwi birds. And it looks kind of fun. That was the most interesting thing so far, in my opinion.
That was Death Run TV, and you can play the pilot right now.
Sonic
Heading
Colors,
down to
yeah.
the Future Game Show page on Steam.
It's
Sonic.
Sonic.
Hazmat
This
suits
is
at
Sonic
the
game.
ready. Because this next game tasks players with building a team of stalkers to survive a 3D scanned recreation of the Chernobyl exclusion zone. Here's more on what to expect in Chernobylite.
Mówi się, że to, co
This game
designerzy
again.
sobie wymyślają, to jest pisanie listu miłosnego. Każdy kiedyś był zakochany, pisał list miłosny, wydawało mu się, że to jest takie piękne, wspaniałe,
This
a potem
guy
po
looks
latach
like he
znajdował
hasn't
te
slept
listy i
in
mówi,
weeks.
Jezus Maria, co ja tu za bzdury pisałem.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. There's so many like apocalyptic Soviet era games this year. I don't know. There's like at least 3 or 4 of them.
Emocjonalnie dosyć nudne. I dlatego dodawaliśmy coraz więcej elementów, które angażowały gracza, które były dla niego ciekawe. Na początku był to taki mały chat, który gracz sobie mógł modyfikować, ale był całkowicie opcjonalny. Z biegiem gry on stawał się coraz bardziej sensem gry, coraz bardziej jego sercem. Nadawaliśmy coraz większą rolę naszym towarzyszom i warto im było dać właśnie tą walkę. Coraz więcej potworów, coraz więcej możliwości, coraz więcej broni. Absolutnie normalnym jest, że zaczyna się z czymś zupełnie innym niż to, z czym się kończy.
Fight to survive when Chernobylite comes to PC on July 28th, as well as Xbox and PlayStation in the summer. If you were lucky enough to catch one of the early access codes during the virtual show floor, you can play Chernobylite right now. But if you missed them, we've also got more codes to give away on GamesRadar.com.
Next up, here are our friends at Team 17 to show us what they've been cooking up with their upcoming PC and console games. Let's take a look.
Okay.
Product not yet rated.
I'll Let Loose, we saw. World War II shooter. Okay, move it along. There we go. Super Megbot. Has a bit of a Celeste vibe. Could be cool. Could be alright. Poco Life? Poco Life? It's like Animal Crossing. Honey, I joined a cult. Huh. Interesting. Cult simulator? Okay. Kings of Seas. Out now. Greek? Memories of Azure. Nice, nice artwork. It's kind of neat. Metroidvania or platformer. Sheltered 2. Tactics, combat sort of game, maybe. It's kind of like Ori. Yeah, that the one game did look a bit like Ori. Overcooked. The Onion King and Kevin cordially invite you to Overcooked birthday party, August 9th. Not sure what that is.
Be sure
DLC?
to wishlist any games that sparked your interest on our
For
Steam
Overcooked,
page.
maybe?
It really does help the developer out. Or you can also head over to gamesradar.com for more info.
This next game has an engrossing art style, reminiscent of everything from Wes Anderson movies to Wallace and Gromit. Let's throw it over to the Slow Bros to talk you through some exclusive gameplay from their stop-motion handmade adventure, Harold Halibut.
Hi, my name's
This is
Donut,
the
and I'm
second
director and
stop-motion
composer of
game
Harold
that
Halibut.
I've seen at E3
And
this
I'm
year.
Ulu, the game's art director.
That's really interesting.
Harold Halibut is a handmade narrative game about friendship and life on a city-sized spaceship stuck under sea. It's been 250 years since your home. An Ark-like spaceship fled an Earth on the verge of Cold War to find a habitable planet on which to preserve the human race. You are Harold, a young lab assistant to the ship's lead scientist, Jean Marot.
It does have a bit of a Wes Anderson vibe.
Reconcile themselves to a life lived aboard the sunken ship. Marot still works tirelessly to find a way to leave the planet and find a new, drier home. Of course, we don't want to spoil
This
too
looks
much of the
pretty
story,
cool.
So let's dive into some gameplay details. You're able to explore a huge part of the spaceship right from the beginning of the game. While the professor will always have tasks waiting for you, the wonderfully weird rest of the Fedorans will keep you just as busy. It was very important for us to not only focus on an exciting
Stop motion in video games.
but to create a world full of interesting
Yeah, the amount of
events,
effort that
meaningful
must be put into making a game out of
dialogues
stop
don't
motion.
only help you progress in the main
That's
story,
just insane.
but also help you get to know
Like,
more
kudos.
about the many characters that inhabit our world. Weaving through the narrative, you'll run into playful interactions like repairing a broken 3D printer. Your PDA is always available to you for an overview of current tasks as well as messages from other characters.
This is also where Harold's personal drawings are kept, as well as a few
This
more
looks really
shenanigans.
interesting.
At this point, you might be wondering how we achieved the stop-motion-like look of the game. We are in fact building every single thing you see in the game in the real world. We build sets
My
and
God.
puppets and then 3D scan everything. We're then able to use motion capturing to create lifelike
Wow,
animations
they
for
use
a huge
motion
cast of
capture
characters.
on the
While the game begins
on the
with Harold's
puppets.
mundane day-to-day, mysterious events and a fateful encounter will soon plunge you
That
into a
is
world
quite an
nobody
interesting
could have guessed
mishmash of
existed,
technology
and
there.
one that may hold the key
Very cool.
to Moreau's relaunch plans. We're really excited to find out how you like being immersed in this unique world and the feeling of puppeteering Harold. There's still quite a bit of work to do, so all we can say right now is that Harold Halibut will come soonish on PC.
That's really
PlayStation, and
cool.
Xbox.
I'm impressed.
You can already wishlist the game on Steam. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Harold Halibut is coming soonish to PC,
Soonish.
PlayStation, and Xbox.
Okay, yes, there have been a few
Yeah.
gloomy games so far, so we came up with a
Does
wholesome
deserve-
chaser. I'm told
deserve,
that the
a
developers
round of
came up
applause
with
on that.
something
Just-
so sweet and so positive that they just had to call it
Being
Happy
able to
Game.
create that game is
Seriously, if what
a
I'm
feat
reading
in
is
itself.
correct, this one is gonna melt your hearts.
Happy game. All right. So it's gonna start out happy, but then get sort of creepy and dark. I already get it. Yeah, here we go. Okay.
Huh. Okay, Laura, hope you're still there. Tell me you just watched the same trailer that I did?
Troy, yeah, that was something. What I want to know is who the hell is writing this script?
Yeah, I don't know, but they're telling me that Happy Game is coming to PC and Nintendo Switch in 2021. Oh, and demo is available now if you want to have a cheerful jaunt into a land of wonder. Good luck with that.
Our next game is a gorgeous hand-drawn puzzle platformer following a young mechanic in a broken world. Pay attention at the end of this trailer for some exciting information about the Minute of Islands release date.
Minute of Islands?
4 brothers, bound by eternal purpose. They all broke at the same
Human
time.
emotions are weird. Gory is gross. Overly gory is funny.
Named
Cheery is happy. Overly cheery is creepy.
She knows what
Yeah.
must be done. When
It's
the
true.
blight first came, people began to panic. And now, the spores are taking hold of whatever remains. Mole's family is still here, however. She has been tasked to protect them. After all, she is the bearer of the Omni-Switch.
I like the vibe here. I dig it. Minute of Islands. Out now. Wonder if that's any good.
Yes, we are excited to announce that Minute of Islands is out now for PC, Mac, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch, and will be arriving on Xbox later this week.
Next up, we've got an update from the folks at Techland, who are fine-tuning the zombie parkour of Dying Light 2. Let's throw it over to the developers, who are here to answer some of your questions about the game.
Okay.
Can you tell us a bit more about the video we just saw in the PC Gaming Show?
The video presented in the PC Gaming Show brings you closer to Aiden's story. What he's looking for, what motivates him, how he ends up in the city, and of course, what happened in the old franchise between both games. This is a bunch of important information about the DL2 story.
Okay, so we know more about the main storylines from the mentioned video. How does
I didn't know the Dying Light had a story.
Side quests
I'm
are
mixing this up with
important
another
part of
game.
world building in Dying Light 2. Through these quests, you can decide how the city will look like thanks to the city alignment system, or bring new opportunities for the citizens. A great example is an opera singer that Timon mentioned in developers AMA. Some citizens will support your decisions, some of them will not. But it's up to you to decide how the city should look like. We have a lot of game
Am I thinking of
activities
Dead by
prepared for our
Daylight?
players,
No,
but
I'm
at this
not.
stage we wanted to be a surprise for you.
How seamless is the co-op experience? Would you say that the best way to experience Dying Light 2 is with a friend?
It could be. What is
Okay,
cool
so
about the co-op is that
what
it
I
gives you
know
an
of
opportunity to see
this
how the
game
world
is that it
changes when your
it's
friends make different
I know it
decisions
as an
than you.
online
In
co-op
You
game.
can walk in their shoes to experience all those differences. But really there is no
But
just
I guess
one
it
way
also
to
has
play
a
Dying Light 2.
single
It's up to you.
player story. I didn't know
How
that.
are you
I thought
improving
it was
the
like
story for
basically
Dying
just
Light
a
2?
like
I know we all have
zombie
great
wave
fun
shooter
killing infected,
or
but we
something.
also want to give you a deep, thought-provoking experience that will let you be immersed in the DL2 world for long hours. On top of that, thanks to the choices and consequences mechanics, the story will be shaped differently depending on the way you play.
You've promised a great open world that feels alive. How is it going?
Yeah, well, as you can imagine, Dying Light 2 is full of infecteds, but it's also full of humans, with their everyday life activities and purposes. We are building Dying Light 2 around a simple rule: ground is death and rooftops alive. What is cool is that NPCs act differently on each of those levels. Also, their behavior depends on choices you make and the way you play.
Okay. What else? What else you got for me?
Dying Light 2 is coming to PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on December 7th.
Revealed during the Nintendo Indie World Showcase earlier this year, this
Ollie
next
Ollie
game
2.
is a skateboarding action platformer. Here's Simon Bennett from Roll7 to give you an exclusive look at Ollie Ollie.
Ollie Ollie World, sorry. Looks like fun. I didn't play the first game. I might not play this one, but there's just too many games, you know? but it does look pretty cool.
Hi there, I'm Simon Bennett and I'm the co-CEO of BAFTA award-winning studio Roll7. Right now, we're working on Ollie Ollie World. It's our stunning action platformer. You're going to meet quirky characters on a magical road trip through Radlandia.
Radlandia.
And of course, add a ton of new skate moves into your trick bag. As a studio, we've spent over a decade on flow state games. They transport you into a state of total focus and immersion, and it's something that we very much
Flow
continue to
state
build
games.
on with Ollie Ollie World. If you've played previous games in the series, you're probably pretty aware that you're going to slam a bunch before you succeed. So for players who want it, that challenge is very much still there. New players will be happy to hear that the game will welcome you with open arms and ensure that we can get you up and riding in no time. Ultimately, we've managed to make failure part of the fun. Yeah, you're going to get knocked down, but when you finally nail that line, it tastes just that much sweeter. There's just so much more flow to the game. We've even added grabs, wall rides, firecrackers, split routes, right to left skating, and a host of insane tricks to keep your fingers busy. There's a range of visually and mechanically distinct areas to explore, packed to the brim with a fantastical cast of quirky characters, beautiful landscapes, cities, and of course, walking trees.
Of course.
Ollie Ollie World is coming to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch and PC this winter.
Looks like
Make
fun.
sure you wishlist it now.
That was Ollie Ollie World, which is coming to PC and all current console platforms this winter.
Next up, we've got a new game from the team at Odd Bug Studio, creators of PSVR's The Lost Bear. This animated story trailer will introduce you to the world of Tales of Iron, and something tells me you might be familiar with the narrator.
For centuries and longer,
Hey, it's The Witcher.
rats have fought tirelessly to repel the incessant frog invasions. Peace was only ever short-lived, until finally a young monarch rose to power. King Rattus, first of his name, unified the Rat Kingdoms under one rule, repelling green.
His parents got real lazy
back to the
naming him.
putrid swamps from whence they came. Crops prospered, families flourished, and a magnificent crimson keep climbed ever higher toward the sky. But as time passed, King Rattus the Savior grew old, and the kingdom vulnerable once more. His people grew anxious, some claiming to perceive a faint odor in the air. Greenwort had returned with a ferocious vengeance. Amassing an army of unfathomable scale, he burned everything in his path towards the Crimson Keep. King Rattus gazed down upon his withered claws, barely able to hold the crown. He had little hope wielding a sword, so it was decided the crown should pass to Whiskers New. Arise, young prince, for the kingdom needs a hero.
Tales of Iron. Okay, but what's the game? What?
Your tale begins.
I'm so sick of the no gameplay trailers.
Question the reign of the Iron Frog. Doug. Anyway, in Tales of Iron, which is coming to PC and all current console platforms. Our next segment is from Polish studio Movie Games and hosted by God of War and Twisted Metal director David Jaffe, who recently joined their supervisory board.
Movie games.
Well, hello, fellas. It's me, David Jaffe. Great to see you. God of War, Twistamelo, a bunch of PlayStation stuff. These days, I'm doing some new stuff with movie games. These guys, they've hooked up with this great company. You have to have heard of them, Plattige Image, one of the best
This guy needs
VFX
to
houses
chill a little
in the
bit.
business. They worked on The Witcher. They worked on Love, Death, and Robots. We're making a brand new game, the biggest game we've ever done, by the way, that's all about crime and mob and mafia and different time periods. It's going to be great. But
They're
for
on the
today,
Future Games Steam
settle in,
page, you
babies. There's
say.
the brand new games coming very soon from movie
I don't know how to find that.
Lust from Beyond. Man, this is one of the coolest games I've played in the last year. It's what turned me on to movie games in the first place.
Okay, I found it.
What you're looking at is the M-rated console-friendly
It was
version
easy.
of the erotic horror cult classic. It's a first-person action-adventure game that blends Lovecraftian horror
Oh, yeah,
with
this
weird
game
freaking
looks,
eroticism.
pretty
I
wacky.
love this game. Lust from Beyond. Game number 2 is called Fire Commander. Let you step into the shoes of the only real-life superheroes we got, the first responders. This game is my childhood fantasy come to life. This game took me totally by surprise. You're trapped in the wilderness, freezing, hungry, and now you're starting to go a little bit insane. Man, you start seeing all kinds of crazy stuff out there.
Whoa.
Winter Survival Simulator, it's coming soon.
Interesting
Have a
twist on
great
the survival
E3.
genre.
Have a great future games. I miss you guys. I'll see you soon. Oh my God.
All right.
Thanks to David Jaffe. And check out GamesRadar.com for more about movie games' upcoming titles.
This next presentation comes from the folks at Xseed Games, the makers of Story of Seasons and Rune Factory. Here's a look at their most exciting current and upcoming projects.
What the heck? So anime. Yeah, I don't know what I'm expecting from Xseed. Ugh. Graphic novel with cards or something? Hearthstone graphic novel game? Shadowverse Champions Battle. Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town. Isn't that already out? Okay. New platforms. This is basically the original Harvest Moon creators, but they just changed the name because of reasons. It's Harvest Moon.
Great. The nuts back home.
More farming. More Ruin Factory.
I don't know. Fending off a monster or two is one thing, but protecting the whole town? That's a lot.
Take that! I'll get straight to it. Tomorrow. Today,
I look forward to working together as colleagues and as rivals.
Guys, I can't. I'm not weave enough.
Marvelous.
Marvelous.
Find out more about Xseed's lineup on GamesRadar.com.
This next game is a hack-and-slash RPG with twin-stick shooter elements set in a retro sci-fi world. Here's a new gameplay trailer for Batora: Lost Haven.
An emotional action RPG adventure.
Oh yeah, now we're talking.
Looks like it was made by Supergiant.
Batora Lost Haven is coming soon to PC and all current console platforms. And you can sign up to play the closed alpha when it launches on July 21st now.
Let's slow things down a bit with a look at the next game from the creators of 2 Point Hospital.
Oh wait, I think I saw something about this a few weeks ago.
No, you didn't. Here's developers
Is
Mark
this a
Webley,
leak or
Ben
something?
Huskins, and Gary Card to tell you all about it and give you a first look at gameplay.
Introducing 2 Point
Yeah.
Campus.
Point Campus. I did hear about this.
When we were thinking about what we were going to do next, campus and the idea of running a university or a college was something we just kept coming back to. It's a really rich topic.
So people who haven't probably heard of 2 Point Studios may think, oh, schools, that's really dull. Well, hospitals, if you've seen our previous game, isn't about healthcare really. It's a wrapper, you know, we call it 2 Point Hospital, but that's about as close as it gets to real world of medical healthcare.
Campus is taking everything we learned from 2 Point Hospital and taking it to the next level.
The important thing was for us to give the player a canvas that they could completely create themselves.
In Campus, you start with this blank plot of land.
We've got something called the Smart Brush, for example, which allows you to drag interesting shaped pathways. If you want to drag a picket fence, you can drag that along. It's just really easy to paint the world you want.
So it's really simple to drag out a courtyard.
That's cool.
Lay down some paths.
Not really my thing, these sim games. I feel like I've been saying that about like every game.
This kind of city builder element to 2 Point Universe.
The difference between 2 Point Hospital and Campus is that we're spending a much longer period with our students.
What we wanted to do with Campus is make you care.
I don't
about
know.
the
Do I?
university.
I'm having an identity crisis. Am I even a gamer? What am I doing here?
They're going to attract interesting and different students. So there's a night school.
Horrible pun, but night school, you got it. You're going to train knights of the realm. So it won't be stuffy, normal, boring stuff that made you go to sleep at school. It's going to be really cool, interesting stuff.
That was 2 Point Campus, which is coming soon to PC and all current console platforms.
Our next game is in early development, but it already has a very cool codename, which is always a good sign. Here's Leo to tell you all about Project
Ferocious.
Hello, my name is Leo, and I'm the developer of Project Ferocious, an action-adventure game set on a mysterious tropical island. Some of you might know me from Twitter as Omniok, where I post about the game and development and tech and stuff. And if not, I've been doing game dev for about 12 years with a big passion, and I've been working on this project for about 2 years. It's the first project of mine I decided to show to the public, and even though I know it still has a very long way to go, I'm very proud to present it today to you on the show. Please enjoy the trailer.
Okay. It's very gray. Ooh. All right. I thought it was going to be a game about dinosaurs. I wasn't expecting to see people, army people, or whatever they are. And now it's a really generic looking first-person shooter. Far Cry Dinosaur Island, yeah.
Project Ferocious is targeting a 2023
It's more like Call of
release
Duty
date
Dinosaur
and coming to
Island.
PC, PlayStation, and Xbox.
Our next world premiere asks, what if Doom Guy had a drunk one-night stand with Super Meat Boy? Guess this next game wants to answer that question for some reason.
Warcry challenges.
Watch out for Warcry challenges when it stops defying gravity and launches, or drops, on PC this summer.
Up next, we've got another world premiere. Conway, Disappearance at Dahlia View is a story-driven detective thriller set in 1950s England. Let's find out more, shall we?
I took a shot for every game with war in the title.
Robert Conway, 22nd of June, 1954. I've solved many a case in my time as a private investigator, but nothing so close to home as the abduction of Charlotte May. There are some things that take hold of a person and refuse to let go. For me, it's the idea of saving that little girl. My own daughter, Catherine, is on the case. She has the same look in her eye that I used to have. There'll be no stopping her. I wish I could say that all of my neighbors are innocent. I wish I could say that I have the faintest clue where to begin. There's a lot I wish I could say. The truth is, sometimes it takes a nightmare to wake a place like Dahlia View.
All right.
I am in. That was Conway, Disappearance at Dahlia View from White Paper Games, and you can dig into the mystery yourself when it lands on PC and all current console platforms, autumn 2021.
And with that, we're at the end of this year's Future Game Show.
Wait, we have one
hold on.
more
Surely
trailer.
This can't be the end. I mean, it's an E3 showcase.
Nope, sorry, Troy, that's it. Just kidding.
I knew it. All right, let's see it.
Epic Ambrosia, I don't know what that is.
My name is Marissa Marcel. I'm 17 years old, and it's my dream to be an actress.
Mortality?
And that really is all we have time for.
That was an odd one to
Be
leave
sure
for
to
the
head
last
to GamesRadar.com for
trailer.
more
I thought it would be
coverage and
something
updates
more
on
hype.
all the games you've seen today and more.
I'm just sorry. I'm really excited about that Sam Barlow reveal. Yes, and thanks to our headline partners, WD Black, and of course, all of our many talented developers and industry partners that have made all of this possible.
And of course, for everyone tuning in at home.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed today's lineup, and mark your diaries because the Future Game Show will be returning in August.
I'm Laura Bailey.
And I'm Troy Baker.
And this has been the Future Game Show 2021.
Cool. That's the end. You already have it on your wish list. Yeah, it seems up your alley. I'm a bit disappointed with that show. I thought I would see some stuff that interested me a bit more. I don't know, just a feeling I had. More indie stuff. But not a whole lot that really piqued my interest, to be honest. That Kiwi game. Oh, I can't even remember now. There were a couple others. Monday and Tuesday will be great. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's really hyped for Nintendo. I know I am. That's going to be the big one. Capcom, I'm also looking forward to. I'll be back to host the Capcom show tomorrow at 5:30. Let me take a look at our schedule here. I think tomorrow we're just going to be doing Capcom. And then maybe Razer, which is right afterwards. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. It's those were some E3 shows, but man, I'm not super hyped about any of that stuff really. I don't know. I have seen some stuff I've enjoyed though at other shows. I mean, Microsoft showed a ton of games. Hang on, let's shut her down. Shutting her down. All right. Obviously Elden Ring, I was super hyped to see that. I'm really looking for, I think New World, Amazon's MMORPG is looking really cool. I'm probably going to be checking that out when it comes out at some point. What else? Couple cool looking indies like Sable. Hang on, I put together. How do I refresh this? I put together this little reel of a few of my favorite trailers so far. Gonna play it earlier, but I didn't didn't have enough time before the show started. So, but yeah, Elden Ring is obviously a big one. I hope Namco shows more of that on Tuesday. I'm really hoping we see some Dragon's Dogma stuff at Capcom. There's been some rumors of that, but honestly, we've had those kinds of rumors like pretty much every year since that game came out, so who knows? Maybe we'll see Resident Evil 4 remake. That would be nice. What else? Maybe some more Monster Hunter tidbits. Well, I don't know. What else are you guys looking forward to? Definitely. I mean, Take Two tomorrow. People are saying like, "Oh, we're gonna GTA 6." I don't know. GTA is not my thing, but obviously that would be a big one. There's still a lot left, a lot of E3 left, so hope you guys come back and check us out tomorrow at 5:30 for Capcom. Otherwise, you can check us out, follow us on Twitter, and join our Discord. Just type !Discord in the chat. If you want to keep chatting with us offline, check out we've got some bingo cards for E3 and the surrounding events as well, which you can see in our Discord. I'm doing all right. I'm just gonna say I'm doing all right. It's looking pretty good for me so far. But there's I'm gonna need some lucky drops here if I'm gonna actually win any rows on that. Yeah, we need Jedi Fallen Order sequel, maybe. I mean, the EA's thing isn't happening till way later, so that one's gonna be a while before we find out about that. But couple things I totally whiffed on this card. Yeah, I don't know. But as I said, we're only like halfway done here, so should be some exciting news still to come. I'm gonna head off. I need to eat some dinner and try and enjoy the last little bit of my weekend. So I hope you guys enjoy yours as well. And I will see you tomorrow at 5:30 Eastern Time. Peace out, everyone.
Thank you.